Welcome back to Bengals and Brews. This is part 2 of our episode with KB Art. Yeah, we got. I mean, Derek's he's at practice. He's still fucking things up, but hopefully, yes, the people in here still got that giveaway going on. We're gonna try this again.
Yeah, we got some people waiting. Somebody wants a print thing. Just saying.
That is nice. I got that one in the house. I had it down here for a while. Then I got the Money Mac, so I had to make room. That was my excuse to get that one back in the house.
Yeah, I appreciate your.
That was the first one I ever bought from you, and like it was before Burrow was even drafted. You had that thing, and I was like, I said they better take him, like, because it just made too much sense, anyways. But I was like, I'm buying it because it's sweet, So
I remember that Twitter conversation, way back when. I think you were one of the first people ever to buy my Burrow piece.
It was I think it was 5 a.m. I'm pretty sure I was a little brewed up, and I was like, "Oh man, that's nice." I'm like, "Shit, I need that." It wasn't I want that. I was like, "I need that." I'm like,
I appreciate it. It was good.
Yeah, man.
All right. Before Derek rudely ended us, were we talking about safeties, I think?
Yeah, you had mentioned Kirby Joseph, which, that's probably like a 3rd or 4th round guy. Like, that's Nick Cross is another one. I think he's from Maryland. So, I don't think. But some people like
Cross is the same thing. I'm sorry, Cross is like the same, though. He's about a 3rd or 4th rounder, though, ain't he?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those are kind of my guys I've got in that same tier. Petrie's probably a little above that. Daxton Hill, Jaquan Brisker, Kyle Hamilton's probably going to go top 15, so he's not really
right
in the conversation. But who do you like at safety?
I do like Daxton Hill.
Me too.
The versatility's nice, but I don't like Lewis. I don't know how you pronounce his name. Is it Cine or Sign?
Yeah, we've just kind of been going with Sign.
Yes, Sign. Yeah. So he had moments when you see him, you're like, "Holy S!" Like he's amazing. But then he has other plays where you're like, "How's this dude even playing in the SEC?"
Yeah.
Like what's up with this guy? So he has moments of brilliance, and then he's got plays where you're like, "Oh, that's probably why he's going to end up being like a late 2nd round pick."
Our buddy Hoss, long time no see, guys. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Louis Sign, yeah.
True story, Hoss.
I kind of like Sign as well. Brisker's pretty solid out of Penn State. I don't know. Daxton Hill maybe because of versatility, but other than that, I don't want us to take a safety that early. I'd be a little disappointed.
Right. Like with Brisker, he's fast. I mean, I think he ran a 4.49 in his combine day, which is good for safety. I mean, he's got speed and he's a pretty good tackler from everything I'm reading online. But I don't know. He would be somebody that I think he's more in the mold of like a Von Bell, and I don't know if that's what we need back there at this point.
I think
probably ball hawk just in case Bates is in.
When you could probably re-sign Vaughn, after this season for another 2 years, give him the same $5 million. Right. He's a team leader. I think he would stay. If you give him a similar deal as what he already has, and I mean, those are guys you hate to see leave the building. I always go back to Whitworth, Pekka. Like that set the Bengals back a long time when they lost those locker room leaders.
No, I agree. I agree with that.
So, interior D lineman, you kind of mentioned earlier, you thought it was deep. Like, I would have to say the opposite. Like, I don't think it's very deep. And I think, if you don't take somebody in the first 2 rounds, Perion Winfrey's a guy that I'm kind of I don't love him. But at the same point in time, I like his traits. I think he could rotate in at 3 tech and give you that juice. Same thing with Logan Hall. But you're probably going to have to take those guys earlier than maybe what they deserve to go, especially when you're drafting at the end of the rounds. But who do you like that
Right.
makes it feel different?
I think I was speaking more on like the Bengals team depth. They have It's more. There's more depth there. So I mean, you got a four-man without adding anybody else on there. If they want to add Larry O later, or I mean, there's still Akeem Hicks is out there. What's his name? Calais Campbell, I think, is still available as a free agent. There's guys still.
I think Calais just signed. Yeah, back with maybe the Ravens just the other day.
Okay, I think there's just more guys to be able to pick from in the interior that I don't really. And same thing with defensive end. I don't know if it's something that we have to devote the high of a pick on, unless there's some guy that just falls into our lap and you can't say no to it. But I like Travis Jones, the kid from UConn, who's probably the only Division I athlete at UConn. But because they're terrible, he's a lot like Josh Tupou. He's just a huge dude. I think he's like 6'5", 340, 330. Yeah. I mean, just a giant drink of water.
Yeah.
So I could see him, but I would be disappointed if they picked him at where they're at right now in the end of that first round.
Yeah, and I've seen some talk about him being, maybe 31, and I'm like, I'm with you because I don't know that I think his best position in the NFL is probably a nose tackle who can give you a little pass rush juice, but instead of a 3-tech. So like, I hate to take that guy, especially when you still have Reeder under contract for this season and next. So why have a guy with Tupou signed for 2 more years, Shelvin? Like, you're pretty set at nose tackle. I don't think Jones really upgrades the team very much. So I would be disappointed in that too. We got a comment here from Greg. So he said that he bought a Burrow print from you before.
I remember, Greg, I do remember meeting you in Sharonville at a Dunkin' Donuts outside. In fact, you'll laugh at me because I have a photographic memory. I remember it was there might have bro hug or something involved.
Greg, did you hug?
Yes, I remember you very distinctly.
Did Greg break like the 3-second rule? Did he hug a little too long? He really liked the Burrow painting too much?
I don't think so. No, he didn't think we're good. Good people.
All right.
Very good people.
No, I just
awesome. Greg has. I've seen his stuff at his house.
Yeah, Greg, he's got a lot more stuff. He ain't bought anything lately. Trust me, man. Yeah, Crib Keeper, get the table.
Greg's entire living room is pretty good.
So, Crib's good. Crib always thinks I need a nickname, like, you got the Arrow, Strawberry Ice, and I'm just like, I'm just Dell, man. This is my basic Miller Lite, basic.
You're not going to go to the games dressed up as something? You haven't assumed the new persona?
Nah, the most I did was when we played the Raiders, I wore this, which I bought the robe like last year, a big tiger print robe, and like people were like, "Oh, hef," and all that stuff, and I'm like,
Bengals have change your Twitter avatar,
but I'm like, yo, it's just warm as shit. Like, I'm so warm, like it's cold out, and this is perfect. Like, so I don't know. I mean, I ain't doing nothing special, but those robes are sweet. I'll give them credit for that. They're warm. Yeah, man. Any other draft stuff you want to talk about?
Let me ask you this. Would you take so the punt god, would you go Araiza in the 4th?
4th is close to my cutoff.
It's high.
But at the same point in time, it's the end of the 4th, which is basically like a 5th. See, I'm talking myself into it already. So it's basically like a 5th round pick. And how many 5th round picks make the team or have, instant contributions to a team? So, yeah, I think that Araiza our pick 15 picks later this past year in the 5th round was pretty darn good.
I think he's on your left shoulder behind you right now. I think he was a pretty good one.
And he was a kicker. And people thought maybe that's too early.
Right.
So that's why I'm like, yeah, bring in Punt God. I'm cool with it. Just Jake Lisco, everybody's going to have to, tell him it's okay and go from there.
No, I wouldn't mind that one at all. I think if you can get a above average to Pro Bowl level guy at each position and it's available, you take him there. And this kid, if he's going to average 50 a kick and turn the field on the one or two times that Joe came.
My wife brought me a Jaeger bomb.
Sign me up.
I'd be rude not to do it.
That's a good woman right there. You know what my wife's doing right now? Probably putting my 4 kids to bed and cursing me.
Yeah, because you made them get off the tablets and whatever else they had so you could try to get an internet connection to be on here and talk some Bengals.
Right. Exactly. No, she puts up with a lot. I'm a 42-year-old kid myself, so God bless her for having 5 kids in the house and still maintaining.
Respect, man. My woman's great. She's been working so much overtime lately. I'm just like, heck yeah, pay off those season tickets again. Works out.
It works real well.
Yeah, man. Any surprise position? I know we kind of mentioned wide receiver, but could you see us taking any other position that maybe you hadn't thought of? That we haven't talked about?
The only one I could see when everybody would be like, what? And if they did that would be taking a tight end in round 1. If McBride was there and they just were really high on him. I think, wasn't he one of the ones that came in for a visit, or was it one of the other tight ends?
Oh, crap. I don't know if they brought him in for a visit yet. I know there's been several guys that they've brought in, but I know that they worked him out at Colorado State. And the Bengals tight end coach put him and so I know there's definite interest. If they haven't brought him in, I'm sure they will, or we haven't heard about it. They definitely seem interested in tight ends. So, but I agree with you. Most people just brush that off. They're like, oh no, we're just not going to take. No way they'd take one at 31. Why? If they like McBride that much, and he is a clear-cut number 1 for the Bengals, because we don't know. Some people have Dulcich, some like Jelani Woods, Ruckert, whatever. But if McBride is their guy, and they think he's going to be a 10-year starter in the NFL, why not?
Yeah. There's one thing I've learned from watching these drafts, and with the Bengals especially in these last 10 years or so, I'm always kind of surprised at where they go and how they view things, or guys they might let go, or their pick with Carman last year, my jaw hit the floor. I couldn't believe they were picking Jackson Carman there with some of the other guys that were available. So a McBride pick, that wouldn't surprise. I will be surprised, but I'm saying it now out loud that if that happens, if you will, for the Bengals, we'll go with what they believe and not necessarily what Twitter believes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when they're set on a guy, they're set on him. I did appreciate, because that started trickling out on day 2. Jackson Carman's their guy. He's their guy. He's their guy. And it's like, oh, man, really at the top of the second, which is basically another first-round pick last year. And so I did appreciate they traded back out of 2 fourth-round picks. Still got the same guy. So now we'll see. The Drew Sample one still haunts me. I get on my soapbox about that, and people are like, you need to let it go. We got to move on. And I'm like, yeah, but you could have got Elton Jenkins. You could have got AJ Brown. You could have got you could have improved the team so much. And what? Drew Sample was a 6th-round tight end.
Right. Went in the second. And you're like,
yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. It's going to be fun. Normally you'll hear these rumors, and everybody's trying to clamor to get some kind of news or something, or listen to Malik to see if he's got anything. But lately it's been extremely close-lipped, especially this year where they're not in desperate need of some position. We knew they're going to take Burrow. That wasn't a question. We know they would eventually take a offensive lineman in the first round. Last year, obviously, they were going to do something in the second. This year, they can do anything they want because they don't necessarily have to. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, it feels so wide open, like the whole draft. Every round, I feel like, and they could trade around, trade down, trade back up. Like, I feel like this draft could be fun for that reason because we have no idea like what's coming.
Yeah.
So
tell you one thing I don't want. I don't want to trade out of the first round at all. I want that 5th year.
Yeah.
I don't, with as much money as we're going to have to pay Burrow with these quarterbacks and what they're making, like we're going to end up paying that Burrow $40 million a year. And I need to save as much money as possible in every other way.
For
and
sure.
It's not, I don't know, where I just take the pick unless they're completely not in love with any of the guys that are available there.
Yeah. You want to show off some of your art before we end this tonight? Like some of what you
absolutely. So we can talk about what I do. So when I got started, I just started doodling and stuff like that, like just trying to get into different things and just trying to get my name out and do some Bengals stuff. So my stuff is a lot of Bengals. I do wood art. My dad would make some crap around the house and stuff. So I learned how to do a lot of woodwork, and then so I tried to implement those. So I do like Ohio's or I've done other states as well, Kentucky and North Carolina and whatnot. But so I do a bunch of different stuff. So I'm going to show you. I'm leaving for a second. So this is a Bengals show. So we do stuff like that. You look, it's literally just on wood, but so just on pine, we do Bengals stuff. I do Bengals stuff.
Can I add,
getting into lately?
How much does like a piece like that go for? Just to give everybody a estimate.
For that right there, like $50.
Nice.
$50. So I make that one, which is a 12-inch by 12-inch, and then I make one that's 2 feet as well, which is about, I think that's usually around 125. What I've been doing lately, so I have a 10-year-old boy, an 8-year-old boy, and they play baseball like you wouldn't believe. Like it definitely taxes my wife and I as far as taking them to different things. So with that, I started getting the itch, and I'm watching people doing it. There's different things. Like I know Bengal Jim's got some shoes painted and stuff from a local artist here.
Yeah. And
I'm looking, and I'm always thinking like, I could do that. So I started doing cleats. So I'm doing now cleats. So my 8-year-old plays for a team called Ohio Crush, which is their uniforms are just like dead on clay. So make them, which is change that. So I did those, doing different cleats. Like this is for a West Side kid.
That's awesome.
Just different stuff. So I do stuff like that. My older boy plays for a team called the Warriors. So just different stuff on different cleats. Currently, I'm doing, and these aren't terrible for me on the turnaround. Easier to do than like some of the paintings I do are like 3 feet by 4 feet in size, and it takes me a long time to do them. I mean,
so are you thinking about doing like, sorry. Are you thinking about doing like maybe some Bengals like tennis shoes and stuff if people would be interested in contacting you and they want something specific and they have an idea?
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. If anybody has ideas, they can, by all means, they can get a hold of me on Twitter. It's the easiest way to get a hold of me. It's KB Art Cincy. Yes. So with the cleats, it is like $75 plus the price of the shoe. What I normally will have is the person buy the shoe and just have it shipped to me is the easiest way. So normally shipping's free on most of these sites. So I have that, like I'm doing a guy in California right now. I'm doing a Joker cleat. Like, so I'm doing that on a pair of, where are they? Mike Trout's. So a pair of metal cleats on those, but so I'll do those, but like if somebody wants them on Air Force Ones or anything, I can do those as well. what people got to realize is I'm freehanding all of this. I don't use a Cricut. I don't use stencils. I don't use any of that. It's just literally just winging it. Sometimes the surfaces suck, like this. If you can, I probably can't see it, but see the dimples, almost like a golf ball in the back of that? That sucks because you got to paint in between it and stuff.
Yeah.
So I've been doing stuff like that, but my pride and joys are still doing stuff like this, like the burrow painting, which we'll give away
you're starting to cut out
a 16 by 30. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Am I back?
A little bit.
All right.
Do you want to go ahead and do this giveaway, and then we'll try to have you back on when we make your wife upgrade the internet?
Yeah. Yeah. No, that works for me. However you want to do it, buddy. Yeah, we'll give this one away to somebody, a print just like this one.
Hey, and
so however you want to do it, Dale.
I'm cool with however you want to do it. I know you were. My wife.
So if you have people on that are. What's the question?
She just said, "Do you do rough sketches before you paint?" Like, I don't know. That's above my.
I do.
Don't know.
Yeah. So.
Like I told you, she did the Bengal tiger in the background, but I don't.
Yeah, no, you said that's Marissa. That was awesome, by the way. Dale sent me that right after you did it. I think that was about 2 years ago. She made that one.
Yeah, well, I had that one for a little bit, but I said she just never has time. Like she had done that for me for Father's Day, from the kids.
Yeah. But I sketched them. Yeah. Everything is sketched out before. I'll do it in pencil, and there's a lot of erasing and doing all that. And then after that, it's easy. It's just painting between the lines for me. The fading, everything is really easy.
Hey, if you didn't have to work like 70 hours a week lately, maybe you'd have time.
Really? You wouldn't be getting to do all the fun shit you do, buddy.
Yeah, it's true. I'm just a humble teacher that had all week off for spring break. She's really not been a fan of mine. What grade are you
teaching, Dale?
I teach junior high, and it's like, but she's just been like, I've been cleaning, doing all this stuff, but it doesn't matter.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
All right, I appreciate you too.
Real quick before we do that, some of the fun stuff I get to do are collaborations. So I've been able to network with different artists. So this one, if you can see it, is with a Cincinnati-based artist, Michael Hurst, who I actually went to grade school with. But we get to do that. Or there's Joe Bello. Is the Money Mac that you have in your back. This is a guy who's signed up their artwork for their game books and stuff. So got a hold of him, and he was graciously willing to do that with me as well. So it's fun stuff.
Man, I love all the art you do. Obviously, I got the the Von Bell in the background. I've got the McPherson. I've got the Burrow in the house. Then I have that Chase. I got the Ocho Cinco. I don't know. I got like 3 or 4 more of the stickers, and I've given some of the magnets, I should say, not stickers, but the magnets, which that's another thing. Like, hey, if you can't afford a print or a painting, the KB does magnets, and like they're awesome. They're just the same as this. I assume you're still doing those. Yeah.
So the Money Mac one, stay tuned. That one will be coming out around sometime around training camp. We'll be releasing that one. I'm giving it a little bit of time.
But I'm just saying, like, if some people don't have the money for a full painting or a full print or this, that, and the other, get a couple magnets for your niece or nephew for their birthday. Like, they'll love it. Like, it's good stuff. It's awesome. Everybody, you can put it right on the fridge.
I give them out. I give those magnets out to I coach a couple basketball and baseball teams, and we do those for giveaways for the kids for sporting stuff or MVP of the game and stuff. So it's the fun. It's probably to do any of the paintings.
Yeah. All right. So with this giveaway, like I know we said it was going to be to a listener. We kind of been in and out, like whatever. But would it be cool if I just pick the person?
Yeah, have at it. Absolutely. As long as they send, once we get it, then I know their name. I'll contact them and we'll get it mailed out to them.
I would like to pick our buddy Hoss because he's on here like every week, and he's supporting the show. He's liking our stuff, retweeting it constantly. Like Greg too. Like Greg. We'll try to get. We're gonna keep having stuff. So we'll definitely. Which we're getting some shirts in. So might try to get you a shirt or something, Greg. But Hoss has been like every week supporting us, and if that's cool with you, I would like to pick Hoss.
That'll work. All right, Haas. Hopefully you're a follower of mine. If you are, go ahead and DM me, and then we'll start touching base as far as how to get it out to you. If you're Cincinnati local, maybe we'll meet up. If not, then I can get it mailed out to you.
All right, man. KB, I appreciate your time. We get that upgraded Wi-Fi, man.
We'll have to do it again.
Cheers, buddy.
Nobody wants Cincinnati Bell. Cheers.
Uday, man. Thank you
ya.
for your time. Thank you for everything, man.
Absolutely. Appreciate it. Keep doing a great show, bud. You guys are doing great.
Thanks, man. All right, guys. That was KB Art. Great guy, honestly. I love all his art. Like, buy a bunch of it. Talk to the guy quite often. Good dude. Check his stuff out at KB Art Cincy. He, the whole shoe thing, like, that's why I'm like, I seen that cleats and I'm like, man, those are nice. Like, so if you want something custom made shoe wise, that's your guy. Go to him. All right. Houday. We'll see you all tomorrow at 7 with some Tigers Talk, ladies. Peace.